Empires on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
In the last 50 years, iodine has been phased out of our staple foods and replaced with the halogen bromine, a practice now banned in nations around the world. Guess what else is in the halogen family? Fluoride. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here. In 1924, the federal government did the right thing and encouraged salt producers to add iodine. It's the good halogen on the periodic table, and the results are on record. Reports documented a 15-point IQ increase in areas that had previously been deficient in iodine. Bottom line, iodine is important. Unbound, clean, in a glycerin base. Nascent iodine was the answer for myself and my family. You will find Survival Shield Nascent Iodine exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWars Life Survival Shield Nascent Iodine isn't just for emergencies. I take it every day. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here to tell you about how you can help spread liberty worldwide while also enjoying what I have found to be the best tasting 100% organic coffee on the planet. For more than a decade, my favorite coffee has come from the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers grow their unique shade-grown Arabica beans. We have now managed to secure these sought-after beans in a highly customized blend. Discover and try a bag of the Patriot Blend 100% organic coffee at InfoWarsLife.com. This coffee gives you a long, smooth pick-me-up for hours without the headaches and heartburn that so many other coffees give me personally. Hands down, this is my favorite coffee, and it's taken us years to secure connections directly to the Chiapas Mexican farmers. Drop by the site today, order a bag or two, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Available in original or with our Immune Support Infusion Blend. You will be supporting a free press, all the while enjoying a truly great-tasting cup of my favorite coffee. Available at InfoWarsLife.com. The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. So why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We may not have been able to get fluoride out of the water supply yet, but we can help to get it out of our bodies. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive InfoWars Life Fluoride Shield formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Let's take a stand against the globalists by blocking their poisons with Fluoride Shield. I use Fluoride Shield every day. Secure your Fluoride Shield and other pioneering formulations at InfoWarsLife.com today. Let's start cleansing our bodies now and support the InfoWar at the same time. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones.
Crashing through the lies and disinformation. Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. Broadcasting worldwide. Back weeknights, 7 o'clock Central. InfoWars Nightly News. Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. with a live transmission. With the abbreviated 2-hour radio broadcast. Thank you for joining us. It's so frustrating, as I was saying earlier, when you're informed geopolitically and you see the general public, 1/4 of which in the U.S. don't even know that the Earth orbits the sun. 99% of people, if you go to a trendy area, will sign a petition to ban water if it's for Al Gore or for Obama. If you use the term dihydrogen monoxide, you realize that these people are literally dumber than a box of rocks and helpless. And then when you actually study something like Kony 2012, or you study something like the new video they put out a month or so ago to launch the latest activities in the border region with Russia, Ukraine, centered in the capital, Kiev, you even go to the videos that our media is calling grassroots independent that are being aired by CNN, MSNBC, and others in push, like Kony 2012, and there it is, funded by the State Department, funded by Soros Group, openly being run by the CIA. This is incredible. And again, this is not the CIA trying to overthrow some communist dictator in a third world, like in your granddaddy's CIA, that had its own problems. This is a CIA wanting to put in kleptocratic socialist EU systems to absolutely bankrupt Ukraine, bring in one-child policies through taxes, Agenda 21, just hellish social engineering you see going on everywhere they're in control. And Paul Watson did a great job in a video and in an article that's up on Infowars.com right now, exposed Ukrainian protester backed by Kony 2012-style scam. Now, remember, we exposed Kony 2012, and I have to say, they even put a video out responding to us, admitting it, that this radio show was the main program and a video we put out that DrudgeReport.com carried, give credit where it's due, that exposed they were funded by government and by big liberal think tanks that wanted to be able to invade all of Africa. And then they went to Congress to get a month after that came out, right on time, and had like 50 million views or whatever it was. It was more than that. I think it was 100-something million. They came to him and said, we need a resolution to invade anywhere in Africa, anyone aiding Kony or anyone like him. It was a blank declaration of war, basically. Blank check. To just go in and take over all these regions and actually put radical Muslims in some cases. Like in the case of the Ivory Coast in Africa, their own government came out and said, there are NATO troops here with AFRICOM and the U.S. putting radical Islamicists in charge. You know, Kony hadn't been seen now in 7+ years. At the time of the filming, it had been 6. It's almost 8 years. He's been dead. He controlled a few hundred square miles in the middle of nowhere. To give you an idea, that'd be like having a bandit in South Texas that didn't leave one county and saying, we have to bomb the whole U.S. to find one guy hadn't been seen in 7, 8 years who was in one county in South Texas. I mean, this is like, here's Kony, he's scary. Remember all that? Turns out the very same group that funded Kony funded this new video we're about to play. And I say this new one, it came out a month ago. And no one else did this. We went and looked at the footer on it and a bunch of the other videos, and they don't even hide it. This was run by the U.S. government, by the criminals that have hijacked it, I want to be clear. And then now Obama's like, now it's too early to call for military action. We need to not have military action ourselves, but don't you use your military, Ukraine, to put down these people that are burning half your country down, or half of Kiev down and shooting police. And obviously, they've run the police back all the way to the parliament. They're about to take the government. The police have started shooting people. It looks like it is snipers shooting protest leaders who've been leading armed attacks on the government. And again, if they weren't outside backed, if the Ukrainian government was really oppressive, I'd say these folks are heroes. No, they're backed by the same banks that have hijacked our country off of manufactured trendy videos to get their youth out there, useful idiots, and they're trying to implode that country into the EU. And so now Obama warns Kiev it's responsible for avoiding bloodshed and says they need to be responsible. He said that yesterday. But let's go to this short video of the young, attractive woman. You can tell it's shot in super high def, perfectly tuned camera. But it's meant to look like it's fake, or it is fake, Freudian slip. It's meant to look like it's real and grassroots, but it's fake. It's admittedly fake. Just like they would have on CNN live feeds on accident they put out going, you prepared for now the fake shooting? All right, bring in dead bodies. Shoot in 10 seconds. I am here, CNN. There are dead bodies. There is shooting. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it is, remember all that stuff? And the fake chemical attacks? That it turned out were launched by al-Qaeda out of Saudi Arabia to blame it on Assad? I mean, this is too much, folks, so that the al-Qaeda forces could blow up hundreds of churches the week of Christmas, Catholic and Orthodox. This is just the globalists chewing up sovereign countries, destroying them through proxy wars. I'm going to go to Paul Watson with his detailed breakdown of this. This is a big deal, folks. And right after we exposed Kony, they blew up. They don't care, though. Exclusive, Ben Affleck to testify before Congress as an Africa expert. That's in Foreign Policy put out by the Washington Post. Ben Affleck, the guy that flies private jets exclusively, I happen to know for a fact, who said, hey, let the TSA do whatever you want. Shut up and go along with it. An arrogant establishment pud. Worse than Angelina Jolie. Just total, absolute pieces of garbage fakes with his little CIA-produced, films about Iran and all this. What a disgusting joke. So he's now pushing the next wave of Coney invasion of Africa for resources, not even for the U.S., for the globalist. This is conquest and colonialism under the name of Peace Prize trendiness. So let's go to the latest Coney 12 hoax video produced by the Endowment for Democracy, the State Department, George Soros, and the usual suspects.
I am the Ukrainian, the native of Kiev, and now I am on Maidan, on the central part of my city. I want you to know why thousands of people all over my country are on the streets. There is only one reason. We want to be free from a dictatorship.
This is CIA produced.
We want to be
look
free
at this.
From the politicians
Listen to the music, how pathetic
who
this
work
is.
only for themselves, who are ready to shoot, to beat, to injure people just for saving their money, just for saving their houses, just to saving their power. I want these people who are here, who have dignity, who are brave, I want them to live a normal life. We are civilized people, but our governments are barbarians. That's not a Soviet Union. We want our courts not to be corrupted. We want to be free. I know that maybe tomorrow we will have no phone, no internet connection, and we will be alone here. And maybe policemen will murder us one after another when it will be dark here. That's why I ask you now to help us. We have this freedom inside our hearts. We have this freedom in our minds. And now I ask you to build this freedom in our country. You can help us only by telling this story to your friends, only by sharing this video.
I am Ukrainian.
Please share it. Speak to your friends, speak to your family, speak to your government, and show that you support us.
Please contact representatives to demand they support the Ukraine people in their fight for freedom and democracy. Of course, too late. And then you go follow the footer on it, and Paul Watson has this in his video and on the article. The guys actually go to that video on YouTube and show TV viewers now. Click on the footer of it, and it's Endowment for Democracy. And they're acting like it was made grassroots. Now, again, if the Ukrainians really want to overthrow their government, that's their issue. And I'd be supportive of it. But this is the globalists that want to overthrow it to bring in their whole agenda of, you see it here in America, to absolutely wreck that country. And they show images of police brutality in there, which I'm sure go on in every country and is wrong, to then get everybody mad to go out and attack the police and overthrow the government. And then Obama calls them peaceful protesters when they shoot police. That's peaceful. I've got quotes here of Obama yesterday. These are peaceful protesters. And here it is. Obama warns Ukraine against military action on protesters. I'm looking for the exact quote here. I was reading it in my stack this morning. Obama says, do not use force on peaceful protesters. Well, the problem is they're not peaceful protesters. And again, they are outside backed. And of course, there's always going to be multi-sides to every deal. I'm not saying this is a perfect black and white issue. All I know is it's a serious situation, and it's being orchestrated from the outside. Paul Joseph Watson, who has really broken this down and done deep research on it, where do you see this going, and break down how big this hoax is?
Well, good to be back, Alex. You mentioned a couple of minutes ago CNN. This video that you just played, which last night had about 1.5 million viewers, now it's got closer to 4 million. It's gone completely viral. The young lady in that video will appear tonight on CNN's Anderson Cooper, who, of course, was instrumental in pushing the Coney 2012 scam and the fake Syria Danny scam, which used fake staged footage from YouTube videos to push for US military intervention in Syria. So Cooper's done the same thing with Coney, did the same thing with Syria Danny. In both cases, we completely eviscerated him. Syria Danny disappeared off into the wilderness, never to be seen again. Coney, the director of Coney 2012, had a breakdown that collapsed. But they're still coming back with the same tactic. And all I did with this video, Alex, was, as you said, click on the homepage for the YouTube channel.